I just want to give great video content to contractors across the country that they can be really, really proud of. And if we can do that, we've done our job on this end. I want to stay in that lane and do that for people.
Yeah.
It's really valuable. We have definitely sold roofs because people have watched our YouTube videos.
Yeah.
They're just better quality. And they're like, oh, I trust you. I know you. I like you because you're doing this thing. You've taken the time to tell your story or to solve a problem, answer my question, whatever it is. And you have obviously paid a company to do audio and video and make it nice. Like you care about this. So it's what you provide is definitely a valuable service for all contractors.
Yeah. I appreciate that. And what we try to do is this. I try to tell the guys this. You don't got to tell me what flashing is. All right. I know what an ACV policy is. Like when you go out there, people say, why are you so expensive, Pat? Well, first of all, I think the biggest reason is because I'm not going to hide. If I don't screw people over because I know where you're going to find me. I'm online everywhere. And I always look at that and go hire a videographer for half the cost of what we are. And good luck when it doesn't work out like you want it to. They got no reason to make sure that everything's perfect for you in the end. We do. This is our lifeblood. It's our industry. It's everything to me. So we will do whatever it takes to make it right for people with the content that we create. Because there's no other way to do it. If we want to keep a good name and a positive reputation in this industry. In any trade.
Yep.
Same with roofs. You just overcome the objection of same with roofs. We care about our reputation. You can go hire somebody cheaper, but they have no incentive to care about doing your roof correctly. They got a taillight warranty.
Yep.
The taillight warranty.
Yeah, and I think that people, they genuinely, once they figured out, they're like, okay, there is something different here. These guys understand the game of contracting. They know what we're trying to accomplish. You can go hire a guy straight out of college and give him a camera. And you show up and you go, well, what should I say? And he looks at you and goes, I don't know. I'll film it though. This looks pretty good. When we show up to a place, it's front of build, tear off is happening behind the individual, waist up shot. We're going to do this. This is what you're going to say. Transition to B-roll. Music drops right here. I mean, the whole thing is scripted for people because they have a business to run. They need to do it efficiently. They can't be standing outside going, okay, what are we doing now? What's next? We got to move. We got to, as we say around here, I use the word urgency far too much, but we got to move with urgency and move with intent. Our clients should expect that.
Yep. That is so valuable. I think specifically the scripts that you're talking about.
Yeah.
We've just pushed for Pro Line and for Peach State so much video content in the last 3-4 months now.
You guys
and we're just going crazy with it. And what we have found is it's just a lot easier, and we're getting better. This is sort of a recent development, but we're trying to get better at doing some scripting and doing some, because it's so much easier to do the video if you have something to start with. Like going straight to video is, we've realized, a little challenging unless it's a format like this, like a conversation. But if you're trying to do intentional video content, just doing it off the dome is really hard, especially unless, like, some people can, but like unless like that's something that you do, it's really challenging without. But that script makes it so much easier. If you can at least, you don't have to follow it word for word, but if you at least know, oh, this is what I'm covering, that's
100% agree.
Huge.
And not a lot of people realize that the people that you probably look up to the most, of say a lot of like contractors or whatever show that you follow or whatever it is on YouTube, they script it out. They have script writers that do this. And that's their profession, to make this thing catchy, to make them sound like rock stars, to make them sound smooth. The words, they're precise with their language, because they have people that are scripting that out for them. I don't think anybody should get it twisted that their favorite podcast doesn't have scripts before they arrive. Like, this stuff is definitely planned out at the highest level. It's not improv, as many people are going to think that it is. Even though it looks that way, it's far from it.
Yeah, it's like a good script looks not scripted.
Right. Very good point. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes people get a little down on themselves because they see, I don't know, they see some podcast with the Paul brothers and they're like, well, I'm smarter than these guys. Look, I mean, how can they do all this and just talk to somebody for an hour and I can't? Well, you don't see the breaks in between. You don't see all the stuff they do. You don't see all, the scripting. You don't see them holding up cards behind the cameras to remind them of what to say. Like you've got to like really dive into it a little bit more before you start comparing yourself to some of these other individuals on social media.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. We actually,
Absolutely.
one of our hires that we're making this month is a full-time, he's not just doing script writing, but he's a full-time copywriter. And one of his
Heck yeah.
responsibilities will be partially scripts. And like we've gotten some some pushback on that from some of our advisors and investors because we're still pretty small. And it's like, you really want a full-time person at this stage just doing writing? And I'm like, there's so much writing to do. There's blog posts, website copy, script writing, documentation. It's like, honestly, we might have to hire a second guy because there's just so much writing to do.
100% agree.
And people are like, oh, you can just use AI. No,
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Not there yet. Not to say
Not
it can't
there.
help you give you ideas, but it's not going to do it for you yet.
Yep.
It's still
Yep.
going to take hard work. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a tool for the process, but it can't create it from scratch and it can't finish it. It can help in the middle, but you
Yes.
got to feed the ideas into it, and then you gotta rewrite it at the end. That's at least what
Absolutely.
we've seen so far.